It's time for West Delaware Wrestling from KMCH Sports. Hawk Wrestling is brought to you by the KMCH Sports Boosters. Now we take you live for all the hold-by-hold action, along with Roger Reed. Here's Jamie Vasky.
West Delaware Wrestling is on the air from the Seedorf Gymnasium in Manchester, Iowa. It's West Delaware and the Beckman Blazers tonight in WAMAC Conference Wrestling. Good evening, everybody. Along with Roger Reed, I am Jamie Vasky. And Roger, got a matchup of Highway 20 teams, just like we had last week with West Delaware taking on Western Dubuque. And tonight the Beckman Blazers come in. And always, not much of a rivalry, but these two teams definitely on the agenda to beat each other every year, every time out.
That's right, and there's going to be some great matches here tonight, and there's nothing more than Beckman would want tonight, Jamie, than to knock off the West Delaware Hawks. They haven't done that for a long, long time, but they've got a new coaching staff over here for Beckman. Longtime coach Hogan is no longer on the staff there. He's given that up, and they've got a new coaching staff, so they've just about got a full lineup now. So they think this is an opportunity for them to knock off West Delaware. So could be an interesting meet. West Delaware's got a couple of guys that we won't see in the lineup again because of injuries, so no better time for Beckman to think that they could knock off West Delaware.
Yeah, it should be a short night here tonight. I believe Beckman only has one JV wrestler listed, so they're going to have a couple JV matches. But starting a little bit late here tonight is because of the small amount of JV. But West Delaware comes in here 2-6 on the season in dual meets under 21st-year head coach Jeff Voss. His assistant coaches are Chris Lenz, Scott Litter, Pat Phillips, Mitch Payton, and Kurt Hatfield. Of course, the middle school coaches, we'll talk about them in just a little bit, as it was middle school recognition night here tonight. Coach Doug Engel and Kevin Harbaugh. For the Beckman Blazers, they're 0-2 in dual meets, as their head coach is first-year head coach Taylor Hotek, I believe a 2011 graduate of Columbus High School in Waterloo. Played football at Wartburg College, the first-year man for the Beckman Blazers. As Roger mentioned, Coach Kevin Hogan out this year as we got just kind of a new direction here and a fresh face for the Beckman Blazers here, Roger.
So, yeah, that's right. We don't know what to expect. With Coach Hogan, you knew what you were going to see. You're going to see a lot of action on your feet. You were going to see physical wrestling. You're going to see a lot of work on top with cradles and bars. This is an unknown commodity. Don't know what the scouting report is, but it's going to be an interesting duel. So, last week we saw the farther east Western Dubuque Bobcats come in here and knock off the Hawks, and the closer team, the Beckman Blazers, would like to do exactly the same thing. So, the thing that West Delaware's got going for them tonight, Jamie, they've wrestled 8 duels. They've wrestled a Bob Murphy Invitational, very, very tough. So, you look at that dual meet record there. It's not the greatest, but they've been competitive in every duel. And you've got to take that experience. You've got to take that strength of schedule and use that as a confidence builder tonight. Just get out there and get after it.
Absolutely. Well, we mentioned it's middle school recognition night here tonight. I had a chance to catch up with West Delaware, one of the West Delaware co-head coaches for the middle school, Doug Engel. We'll have that interview next. You're listening to High School Wrestling here on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester proudly supports all area athletes. Bob Stephen Motors is your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Visit them on the web at bobstephenmotors.com.
By County Disposal Incorporated for all your commercial and construction disposal needs. Best of luck to all the area athletes and coaches from everyone at By County Disposal Incorporated in Dyersville, serving Dubuque and Delaware counties.
A great night out awaits you at Hartridge Golf Course. Join us for Taco Tuesday and our Thursday night specials featuring roasted chicken. Watch the Iowa games with 50-cent wings and drink specials at Hartridge, north of Manchester on 195th Street.
Dunlap Motors in Independence with Chevy, Buick, and certified pre-owned Chevy, Buick, GMC, and nearly 300 new and used cars and trucks in stock. They have big town inventory with small town service. Stop and say hi. That's Dunlap Motors in downtown Independence. And go to DunlapMotorsIndy.com. That's DunlapMotorsIndy.com.
At Precision Collision, we are committed to providing you with high-quality auto body repair and paint refinishing. Our expertly trained technicians can repair all accidental damage and get you back on the road in no time. Come visit me, Jeff, for a free estimate. We are located along Highway 20 at the Delaware turnoff. Precision Collision. One call does it all. Quality guaranteed.
AK Sports in Manchester offers team apparel, screen printing, hunting and fishing supplies, and more. Get your game on with AK Sports, your local sporting apparel store, and more in Manchester.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
Everyone at Wapsie Valley Creamery and Reload Center wish all the area athletes and coaching staff the best on a successful season. Wapsie Valley Creamery Independence and Wapsie Valley Reload Center in Worthington, partners in excellence.
And welcome back into the Seedorf Gymnasium. Jamie Vasky back along with you as we get you set for West Delaware taking on the Beckman Blazers tonight here inside the Seedorf Gymnasium. And it's middle school recognition night here tonight. As joining me now is West Delaware co-middle school coach season Tuesday night. Is tonight just an opportunity to get out here and show fans of West Delaware your middle school program and talk a little bit about the hard work that they put in this season.
Yeah, we finished up last Tuesday at Mount Vernon, and we've got an excellent group of boys. We had 39 boys out this year, and I think it's nice to have the boys here and have an opportunity to see what the high school is doing and understand that they're going to have an opportunity to maybe have some of the same successes as some of these high school kids.
Absolutely. Well, you talk a little bit about the kids, and you get them in, and some of the kids in middle school, you get your few that have wrestled a lot, but you also get a few kids that have really never stepped foot on a wrestling mat before, and they want to try something new, and it takes a little more time with those kids, but and that's what middle school is all about. What is your guys' steps to getting some of those kids that have never wrestled before? Where do you start and getting them to figure out the whole system?
Well, that's Coach Harbaugh and I really have a lot of fun with that because, he has some kids that just haven't ever been on the mat, and then having the opportunity to be in there for the first time and try it out and maybe be successful at something they didn't realize they could be pretty good at. Like you say, we have some kids that wrestle quite a bit, but, sometimes some of those kids that haven't ever been on the mat end up being the ones that are really successful later on, and we definitely have a bunch of those kind of kids in our program right now. It's just fun seeing them build that excitement and have success as they're learning along the way.
9 meets this year you guys had at the middle school level, and as you mentioned, finished up Tuesday night at Mount Vernon. How did your season go as far as seeing that progression for the kids?
Well, it was really good. We had, like I said, there's some kids that have wrestled a lot, and they most of the kids got around 15 to 20 matches. And it was real fun. We had big improvement out of a lot of kids. I think the other night we had a few kids get a win that maybe hadn't had too many of those, and it's fun to see it in their eyes when they see all the work that they've been doing pay off and represent the program the way we kind of want them to, being out there and being tough, and having 39 kids builds the program by having them just making each other better every day in the room, having that kind of numbers, and just having good workout partners, and it makes it a lot of fun having that team atmosphere and just a good group working together.
Well, you talk about some of your home meets that you've had this year, and not too many places can pack gyms for a middle school wrestling meet, and you guys just had a phenomenal turnout. Every time out, you guys wrestled over at the middle school. You just had a huge crowd.
Yeah, the first year I was at West Delaware, I remember walking in there for my first middle school meet and thinking, man, I've coached a lot of varsity wrestling. I've seen a lot of varsity meets that have this many people, and we just, every year in, year out, we have a packed house for those middle school meets, and it's a lot of fun. It really builds a lot of excitement at the middle school, and just shows the kids what kind of support we have in this community, and it makes a lot of fun coaching, and just with the overall support we have, it's awesome.
Absolutely. Well, Coach Engel, thanks for joining us here tonight. We appreciate what you and Coach Harbaugh do down at that middle school level, getting the kids ready for the high school, and we certainly appreciate that, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Jamie.
That was West Delaware Middle School coach Doug Engel here in the pre-meet. We'll be back with more right after this on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at americantrust.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For your fertilizer, chemical, and agronomy needs, call Gary Menson at CPS in Dyersville and Worthington. Good luck to area athletes, coaches, and fans for a successful season from everyone on Team Dyersville and Team Worthington at Crop Production Services in Dyersville and Worthington.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is located at 105 East Butler Street in Manchester and at 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton. Your vision is our primary focus.
For over a century, Anderson has been helping families make their homes brighter, more comfortable, and more beautiful. They do it by making quality windows and doors, setting the bar high and raising it day after day, year after year, making Anderson the leader in doors and windows. Contact local vendor Delhi Lumber at 922-2404 for all of your window needs. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson Windows dealer, has big town quality with small town service.
At Community Savings Bank, it's simple. Simply free checking comes with free debit cards, free online banking with bill pay, free mobile money, and free thank you gifts. Find out more about Simply Free Checking at one of our 7 locations or online at csbiowa.com. Community Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
And welcome back into the Seedorf Gymnasium, along with in-studio producer Paul Glaza, Jamie Vasky, Roger Reed back along with you. As tonight we've got the Hawks and the Beckman Blazers going at it. Other area WAMAC action tonight. Anamosas and Western Dubuque are at Solon. Independence and Benton Community are at Vinton-Shellsburg. Maquoketa Valley and Edco are at Alburnett. West Branch and North Fayette Valley are at Monticello. We're going to have our national anthem here. We'll play that live for you. Very good performance there by the West Delaware Vocal Music Department, and Dwayne Filgreen does a great job with those kids. Great presentation of our national anthem there. As back to one more meet that I didn't get to, Cascade and Comanche are at Northeast Goose Lake tonight. As here we've got the Beckman Blazers and the West Delaware Hawks. We're going to start at heavyweight as we take a look at the starters here tonight. And the matchups at heavyweight, for the Beckman Blazers, it's going to be sophomore Wade Rafe. And for the Hawks, it's going to be junior Caleb Zeezer. At 106 pounds, it's going to be freshman Grant Hager for the Blazers. The Hawks will be open at 106 pounds. At 113 pounds, Beckman is open. And West Delaware, and we do see Ryan Phillips come out there. I believe he is dressing tonight. I'm not sure if we'll see Ryan Phillips wrestle with that elbow, but For the Hawks at 113 pounds, it'll be Jeffrey Ilgen. For West Delaware at 120 pounds, the Blazers have an open weight. At 120 for the Hawks, it'll be junior Brad Roush. At 126 for the Blazers, it's Jake Raker, a sophomore. At 126 for West Delaware, it'll be Jordan Roush. At 132 pounds for Beckman, sophomore Mason Burlage. At 132 for the Hawks is freshman Mitchell Mangles. At 138 pounds for the Blazers, it'll be senior Andy Carton taking on senior from West Delaware, Owen Ward. At 145 pounds for the Blazers, junior Cody Feldman, and for the Hawks, senior Ricky Millian. At 152 pounds for the Blazers, it'll be sophomore Luke Hageman, as he will take on freshman from West Delaware, Nick Casey. At 160 pounds for the Blazers, see freshman Owen Grover. And for the Hawks, it'll be freshman Jordan Brees. At 170 pounds, the Blazers have an open weight, and for the Hawks, it'll be sophomore Harrison Goebel. At 182 pounds for the Blazers, it'll be senior Tyler Hirsch. He'll be taking on senior Brett Roush from West Delaware. At 195 pounds for the Blazers, it'll be Spencer Schlorman, a sophomore for them, and he will be taking on junior Brady Antones for West Delaware. 220 pounds. For the Blazers, it'll be junior Luke Funke, and for the Hawks, it'll be junior Sam Johnson. And we saw some good things out of some of these Hawks last Saturday, Rogers. They went 1-4 on the day. They got a win over Pleasant Valley in pool action. They lost to Alburnett, Linn-Mar, and Iowa City High. Of course, in that final round action of the day, they lost to Bettendorf, and normally, a very good powerhouse 3A school, but the Hawks looking to bounce back after a tough weekend at the Cedar Rapids 5 Seasons duels.
Yeah, Jamie, and that's 5 Season duels is a duel where you got to go in there 100% healthy if you expect to compete, and the Hawks were not healthy. They're still not healthy tonight. Last year we talked about this several times about not having the Hawks' best lineup at any time during the course of the year, what we thought was their best lineup. This may be another one of those years where you have the potential, you have the bodies, but due to injuries and things like that, sickness, occasional sickness, you may not see the best lineup that the Hawks can put out on the mat. And again, to compete in the WAMAC, you got to have that. To compete this weekend in the Battle of Waterloo, you got to have that. And you talked about on Saturday the string of that West Delaware is going through right now. 16 duels in a week and a half is just murderous row. And if you're not healthy, you're not, you don't have that full lineup ready to go, it's going to be a rough week. It could be a rough weekend for the Hawks.
Absolutely, as we're getting ready to start at heavyweight for the Beckman Blazers, it's going to be Wade Rave. He is a sophomore. He'll be taking on junior from West Delaware, Caleb Zeeser.
And we saw some good things out of Caleb over the weekend. Jamie, he's starting to build a little confidence, and that's what you got to have out of your 285-pounder, your bookends. We're one bookend short with Phillips suffering that elbow injury against Alburnett, but we've got the other bookend out right here in Caleb Zeeser, and he's taking on the sophomore from Beckman. I'm telling you what, it's going to be tough to wrestle Rave, Jamie, just because of his build. He's short and stocky, and I'll tell you what, it's going to be hard for Caleb Zeeser to get under, so he's really going to have to work his ducks. He's got to work his throw-bys. He's going to have to work his hand control, maybe a short drag, and try to cut a corner, because I'm not sure that he's going to get underneath the big sophomore from West Delaware, or from Dyersville Beckman. Does a nice job by Zeeser working that overhook. That's another thing, boy. Work the overhook, look for a single. 114, we're just underway. Match number 1 of this WAMAC duel. Only one duel here tonight. Got a sparse crowd from Beckman, but they're here supporting. Got a good crowd, orange and black faithful here. There's a nice snap and throw by Zeeser on the edge of the mat. He's got Rave in trouble. Let's see if he can pull him in, and he picks him up and he pulls him in. Jamie Vasky, that's showing some strength. Zeeser showing some strength as Rave tried to find the outside edge of the mat, and big Caleb just picked him up and pulled him right back on the mat. No back points. I'm telling you what, that's something you like to see from your heavyweight.
Absolutely, and now he's going to go right back to work on the far side. I'd like to see him run that half Nelson, but he's going to that far arm, going to try to butcher him over. Half Nelson's sitting right there for Caleb Zeeser, and now he's going to get that butcher. He's going to throw Wade Rave to his back, looking for the fall. Our official is down there looking close. 20 seconds left to go in this first period for Caleb Zeeser, trying to put the Hawks up 6-0 here to start this dual meet. There it is, 1:46, the fall time for Caleb Zeeser.
Jamie, we saw some short duels, 34-minute, 44-minute, 46-minute, 52-minute duels down in Cedar Rapids over the weekend. This might be another one of those under an hour with the open weights in the falls. But there's going to be some good matches. A featured match coming up here at 1:38 with Owen Ward and Andy Carton. That's going to be a good one. And you're going to have another one at 1:32 with Mason Burlidge and Mitch Mangold. So we've got some featured matches here. And I think Beckman's going to take a forfeit here as Phillips still nursing that injury. So there's a forfeit at 106. So Grant Hager, the freshman, will take a forfeit. So we're tied up at 6s. And then at weight class 113, Beckman is open. And Jeffrey Ilgen, he'll take a forfeit. So it's nice to have see Jeffrey in that lineup. Jamie, West Delaware was giving that weight up. Now they'll have somebody there. And at 120 for West Delaware, Brad Roush will take a forfeit. So first period fall and 3 forfeits in a row. And we're going to move right up here to weight class 126 already. And we're going to see Jordan Roush, the junior, take on Jake Recker, the sophomore. That might be pronounced Raker, right? You might have to correct me on that, Jamie.
Yeah, and Raker actually did a great job last Saturday. He won that Mount Vernon Invitational. So, good opponent here for Jordan Roush.
Well, that's right. And the other thing we haven't talked about, Jamie Vasky, is the fact that this is a WAMAC conference seed. And I'll tell you what, you've sat in that seeding meeting. I've been in that seeding meeting, and I'll tell you what, these are big. These are huge matches. There's Raker in on a go-behind. Roush shot a low shot, no penetration step with it, and that was just a snap and spin by Raker. So he's going to pick up Beckman's first takedown. Well, it's just a snap and go-behind. Short sit by Roush, trying to hit a long switch. He leaves his left arm behind, and that made it easier for Raker to trap him and dump him back to his side. Now stand up by Roush, front trip. There's that switch again by Roush, but he's leaving that left hand behind. Got to clear that arm, or it makes it easy for Raker. There's a half Nelson and a chicken wing now by Raker. Got a 1,001 count, and Roush finds the edge. He's got to keep his head up, and Jamie, you got to clear your arms. We talked about that on Saturday. The Hawks giving their arms up. They got to keep those arms down and in, and work hand control from underneath.
Yeah, and just keep working up, because right there you mentioned he kind of gave that to Raker, and Raker just about picked up near fall points. So you got to come up to your feet and get hand control immediately.
Well, there's a chicken wing again by Raker on the left side. He's got a tight waist on the right. Now he's stacking Roush up. He's got He's got a 2 count. Then he's got Roush stacked up one more time, looking for some more back points. He's got a 2 count again. Got a chicken wing on the left and a tight waist, and he just stacked Roush up, and Roush had to quickly roll through. 34 seconds left to go. First period, our dual meet score is 18-6 after a fall by Caleb Zeeser, then 3 consecutive forfeits, 1 for the Blazers and 2 for West Delaware. 22 seconds left to go. Inside wrist and a chicken wing. Inside wrist on the right, chicken wing on the left. There's a stack again by Raker. He's got Roush loaded up. He's going to got a half Nelson on the far side. There's the fall, Jamie. You look at the clock. There's 9 seconds left to go. It's going to be a fall by Raker. Jake Raker, the sophomore, picks up a fall, and that's just a matter, Jamie, of keeping your arms to yourself, keeping everything underneath, working some hand control. It's tough giving up your arms, and then you got to fight off your back.
Absolutely, but a nice job there by Jake Raker, taking advantage of that and picking up a fall, making our team score now 18-12 in favor of the Hawks. So Jake Raker, so far, I'm impressed with the sophomore for the Blazers.
Yeah, he's very long, very rangy, and boy, does a nice job controlling up on top. Well, we're going to move to weight class 132. We'll see if the freshman phenom, Mitch Mangold, can keep his string of wins going. He was 5-0 on Saturday, which was unbelievable, that quality of tournament. to see a freshman at 132 go 5-0. And Jamie, he's just been a man on a mission so far. Nice snap and spin right now by Mangold. He's going to pick up 2. He quickly goes to that Butcher. He's got the left arm of Burlage trapped underneath, working a cross-face cradle. I'll tell you what, he is deadly with this cross-face cradle. He's got Burlage on his back. I'll tell you what, that is tight. 1:10 left to go. Plenty of time for Mangold to readjust that cross-face cradle. Our referee down looking close. Side to side he goes from the back to the front. Mangold's going to let him go. He's going to pick up 3 near fall. He quickly goes back to work on the cross-face. Sits on that right ankle of Burlage. Comes hard with the cross-face from right to left. And now he's going to go that cross-face cradle one more time. He's going to load Burlage up. He steps between the legs. Picture perfect by Mangold. And this time Burlage stretches out that long left leg, breaks the grip of Mangold. So we'll see if Mangold switches off. We saw him work a lot of offense Saturday from the top position. We'll see if he goes again with something else. There's a sit-out turn in by Burlage, and that's going to be a 1-point escape by Burlage as Mangold lets him go. 5-1 now is our match score. 18-12 is our dual meet score. Nice collar tie by Mangold, really working the head. Snap, 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 and keeps that right arm of Burlage. Tries to hit a Kelly, and Burlage blocks him off. Good collar tie now by Burlage, controlling that head. Collar tie with the right. Retie, there's Mangold in on a high crotch. Dumps him, switches off to a Kelly. Dumps Burlage on his back. He's going to pick up 2. Now he's got Burlage on his back, and clock's going to run out. No back point. Takedown for 2, but no back point, so it's a 7-1 lead after 1. It's going to be Burlage's choice to start the second period. He's going to defer over to Mangold, and Mangold's going to go neutral.
I want to thank our high school wrestling and sports boosters here tonight. Our extra Beckman sponsors here tonight as Bi-County Disposal, Crop Production Services in Dyersville and Worthington, Gavilan Grain, and George Davis and Jenk Law Office, and of course, above and beyond in Monticello, Advanced Eye Care Associates, American Trust and Savings Bank, and Beavers Lounge in Manchester.
Jamie, we just got some terrific sponsors, and I'll tell you what, without them, what we do here would be impossible, and we certainly do appreciate, especially wrestling. We know people sponsor in basketball, but we appreciate our wrestling sponsors. They do a great job for us. Hey, there's a snap and spin by Mangold. He picks up 2, short sip by Burlage, and now he snaps Burlage back. He's going to pick up 3 near fall, and now Burlage kicks out of that, and we're going back to neutral. 1-point escape. It's 12-1. There's an escape by Burlage, 12-1 with 1:05 left to go. So Mangold working on a tech fall here, doing a great job with his. There's a outside fireman. He's got Burlage in trouble. He's going to pick up 2. He's going to lock up a near side cradle, and Burlage kicks free. 14-2 now with 48 seconds left to go. Here comes a cross face from left to right by Mangold. Now he's going to switch back over from right to left, and he's going to load Burlage up with that cross face cradle. Burlage gets up to his knees, does a nice job pulling the cross face off and finding the edge of the mat, so a restart. So the sophomore from Beckman, Mason Burlage, is finding out what Mitch Mangold is all about here, Jamie.
Absolutely, and Mangold just continuing what he had over the weekend. Like you mentioned, 5-0 this weekend in a very tough Cedar Rapids 5 seasons duel. So just continuing that here tonight, looking for a tech fall. Near fall points should do it as he's going to go up. Now, a 3-point near fall would end this match, but I think he's just going to get 2 right here.
And picks up a 2, so it's now 16-2. And now he's got a ball and chain. He's got the left arm of Burlage trapped. He's got 8 seconds to try to pick up 2. Now he switches off to a Chickering on the left side, half Nelson on the right, and I think we're going to go to the third period, and it's going to be Burlage's choice to start the third as he deferred. I'm not sure. He probably better go up on top, I would think. We'll see. And he's going to go down. So Mangold's a couple of near fall points from the end of this thing, but you know what he's got in mind, Jamie, is that pin, as he scored some falls this weekend. Tell you what, if he goes 6-0 at the Battle of Waterloo this weekend, you got something there. It's going to be a stern test for him, but don't count him out.
I think even if he doesn't go 6-0 at the Battle of Waterloo, he's going to be he's still doing okay for himself early in the season.
Well, you're exactly right. He's got that ball and chain locked back up. He's got the left arm of Burlage trapped between his legs. Now he's trying to scoop that left arm for a tilt. He goes to a chicken wing now, looking at an inside wrist. Burlage is trying to block him off. Nice tight chicken wing now by Mangold. Elbow to elbow, just like you teach it. Let's see if he can get off to the side and run this. Might get stalling against Burlage as he is belly down. He's just facing out. Mangold trying to go side to side, looking for a 2-point tilt or maybe the fall off of it. Got a half Nelson on the right now. Burlage belly down, staying wide. Mangold trying to work that. We're going to get potentially dangerous as that chicken wing went too high on the left side. So Mitch looked over to Coach Voss and said, hey, I'm going to let him up and then take him down. The match is going to be over, and Coach Voss wants him to ride up on top. And we're going to get a caution on Mangold for starting before the whistle. Tried to go deep waist, far ankle. We'll see what he does this time. Same thing, deep waist, far ankle. Nice, goes from the left to the right side with the chop tight waist. Chops that right arm. 58 seconds left to go. Mangold working side to side. Now he's got an inside wrist on the left, trying to roll it out to a bar. Burlage comes to a short sit. Mangold now reaches over, picks up a bar arm, picks up a cross face now, trying to set up a butcher. And again, that's about the 5th different pinning combination we've seen by that fine freshman from West Delaware. Jamie, I'm thinking you let him up right now and take him down. And we'll see what happens. He's got a chicken wing now. He's got a bar now, and see if he sets up the farmer with it. He rolls the right arm out. Burlage now just belly down, just trying to fight Mangold. There comes a farmer. Now he's got Burlage on his back. This could be a fall. Nice T position. Mangold chinning that right shoulder of Burlage. 13 seconds left to go, trying to pick up the fall. Regardless, it's going to be a tech fall, regardless of the outcome. But, you know, Mangold would like to have the referee slap the mat here. 5 seconds left to go. Mangold steps over now to the left side. Burlage keeps that shoulder up, and that's going to do it. It's going to be a 19-2 tech fall, Jamie Vasky. So a great match by the fine freshman. Let's take a short timeout. We'll be back with Owen Ward. Stay with us. We got more action for you on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Riker Shoes is your specialty shoe store in Dyersville. They carry women's shoes to size 13, men's shoes to size 18. Riker Shoes open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 9 to 6, Wednesdays, 9:30 until 4, Saturdays, 9 till 4, or by appointment. Good luck from Riker Shoes in Dyersville.
Jay's Auto Supercenter on the Greater East End of Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, and a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. At Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Welcome back into the Seedorf Gymnasium. West Delaware leading Beckman 23-12 in our dual meet score. Owen Ward currently leading. Andy Carton has a takedown and a 3-point near fall for Owen Ward. Has our match score now 5-0. I don't see the 3 points on the scoreboard. I didn't see the 2 points on the scoreboard there for a little bit as
the referee's clarifying it right now. That was a nice cow catcher by Owen Ward. A throw by takedown from his feet. And Andy Carton had nowhere to go but to the mat. Then a short sit turn in by Carton. And that was just a very, very nice throw by Owen Ward. You know, he's itching to wrestle, Jamie, after sitting out over the weekend, nursing a sore neck. And tell you what, he's just anxious to get back. He's anxious to get back out on the mat and ready to go. So we're seeing Owen Ward, and that's one of our feature matches. Andy Carton for the Beckman Blazers is a fine senior, and we thought this would be a very strategic, very crafty wrestled match. And Owen Ward's done a nice job on his feet. There's a throw by by Ward. Well, it comes with that hard collar tie, and once Carton went with the retie, just made it easy for Ward to just shuck him and take him right down to the mat. 3 seconds left to go. Ward has his right leg trapped inside the left leg of Carton. And you got to be careful right there. And as the period ends, it's going to be 7-1 lead for Ward. It's going to be Ward's choice. He will choose down.
7th takedown of this dual meet for the Hawks as we take a chance to thank our sponsors of tonight's wrestling, Bob Stephen Motors, Brown Sales and Leasing, Citizens State Bank, Community Savings Bank, Dairy Queen, Delhi Lumber, Meyer Mechanical, Milbert Financial, Riker Shoes, and Rice Funeral Home in Dyersville.
And we appreciate those sponsors from Dyersville helping us out tonight. And again, like we say all the time, they help us out and we can help them out. It's Christmas shopping season. Stop by, tell them thanks for supporting wrestling on KMPH and support their business. And we're going to get a 1-point escape for Owen Ward. Nice hand control. And Jamie, that's kind of been his weakness underneath, but we saw him use real good hand control there and get up to his feet, pop his hips out, and score that 1-point escape.
Yeah, and he did it pretty quick there, did Owen Ward, and got that 1-point escape almost immediately. So nice job there by Ward getting to his feet and taking an 8-1 lead here. Again, our dual meet score 23-12 in favor of West Delaware. As we started at heavyweight, Caleb Zeeser with a fall in 1 minute 46 seconds. And the Hawks gave up a forfeit at 106 pounds. They received a forfeit from Jeff Ilgen at 113 and Brad Roush at 120. And the recipient of the forfeit at 106 for Beckman was Grant Hager. At 126, Jake Raker with a fall in 1 minute 51 seconds over Jordan Roush. And then at weight class 132, Mitchell Mangles from West Delaware with a tech fall 19-2 over Mason Burlich. And Owen Ward picks up his 3rd takedown of the match to go up 10-1. Our dual meet score 23-12 in favor of West Delaware.
And that was just a really, really nice high crotch by Owen Ward. Got in deep and he quickly cut across to a double. And I'm telling you what, that is very, very important. Once you get in that deep on the shot, you can't sit around or you're going to be in trouble with a cross face and a down block. Owen Ward quickly cut across and dumped Andy Carton on his side and picked up the 2. Carton tried to scramble out of it, but Owen Ward was in too deep and no chance to get into a scramble situation. 9 seconds left to go in the second period, and Ward building on that major decision, 10-1 lead right now with 3 seconds left to go, and Ward working on an inside wrist, and our second period is going to end. Going to go to the third period. It's going to be Carton's choice, and he's going back down underneath. So see what Owen Ward has in mind. And it's going to be a caution against Carton for not being set. And we got the first set. Here comes the second set. Ward's going to go to the right side this time. He's going to cut across to the left side with a deep waist far ankle. Carton goes belly down. Now a nice chicken wing by Ward on the left side. He's got that left arm of Andy Carton tied up. Picture perfect wing, elbow to elbow. See if he drives that to the ear of Andy Carton. He does. And Carton slips the wing out. As Ward gets a little bit high, he reloads the wing. Now he's trying to stack Carton up. Got him on his back for back points. He's going to get 3 out of it. Won't get the fall out of it, but he's going to pick up 3. He's going to have to readjust himself as Carton is trying to roll out of the wing. The right arm of Owen Ward is trapped around the waist of Andy Carton. So Ward will have to pull that right arm out, trying to scoop it. Trying to scoop the right arm of Andy Carton and finishing the double chicken wing. What a predicament right here. Talk about twisted like a pretzel. You get Andy Carton and Owen Ward wrapped around each other. Ward's picking up back points. Now Ward readjusts himself. He's going to get 3 near fall. He's still got the chicken wing in on the left side. So all that action, he picks up 3. The referee hasn't signaled it yet because Owen Ward still has the chicken wing in. Now Carton will slip the wing out. It's going to be a 3-point near fall. So now it's 13-1 in favor of Owen Ward. I'd like to see Owen with these, scoring some points, Jamie. He's wrestled some pretty close matches, and he's opening it up a little bit and scoring some points on a very, very good Andy Carton.
Yeah, he really is. And, he didn't get to wrestle Saturday, and I think he was looking forward to it and wanted to get one match in if the dual meet was close. But it looks like he saved up a lot of energy here to get ready to wrestle tonight.
Now we're going to get a stalling against Andy Carton. Now we got a double chicken wing against Owen Ward. And he's trying to load it up. He's got Carton on his back. He's picking up some near fall. Coach Voss said, hey, get your head up. And that is true right there. Ward's trying to set that double chicken wing up. Now he's got his head up. Now he's in better position. He's not going to get the fall here, but he's going to pick up 3 more and get the tech fall here, Jamie. There's a 3-point near fall as the buzzer ends. It's going to be a 16-1 technical fall for Owen Ward. So Owen Ward taking out a little bit of frustration, not being able to wrestle on Saturday. And Andy Carton just happened to be the subject of that match right there. So good match for Owen Ward. And Andy Carton will have to go back to work, and he's meeting with his coach over there, Taylor Hotek. He's going to correct a couple of things. So, that's good coaching by Coach Hotek. Well, Jamie, we're going to see Ricky Million dropping from 152 to 145. He's going to be taking on Cale Cruzy. And Cruzy is listed as the lone JV, but I think what's going to happen is Dyersville Beckman will probably move everybody up and eliminate that forfeit at 170. So they'll slide Cale Cruzy in at 145 and then move Feldman up to 52, Hageman up to 60, and Owen Grover up to 170. So that'll take out that forfeit at 170. And then they'll be finished with Tyler Hirsch, Spencer Schlarman, and Luke Funky. Well, let's take a short time out as we got a scoreboard glitch right now. Stay with us. We got more outstanding action for you right here from the Cedar Gymnasium on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
For residential, commercial, or farm lawn care, Spring Green Lawn Care in Dyersville is who to call. They're licensed and insured. Call Dwayne for free estimates. Spring Green Lawn Care is your full-service lawn care company in Dyersville.
Hi, this is Jamie Vasky at Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester, encouraging you to plan ahead. Have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you need it. For residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs and top quality Lennox furnaces and heating units, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
High school wrestling on KMCH, brought to you by Spring Green Lawn Care, the Woodland Eye Clinic, Trading Places, the Wapsie Valley Creamery, of course, Delhi Lumber, Donewald LLC, Dunlap Motors, DePaco, and the Dyersville Commercial and Eastern Iowa Shopping News. Hawks lead this dual meet 28-12. Ricky Million taking on Cale Cruzy.
Yeah, Jamie, Ricky Million came right out with a very, very nice takedown on Cruzy and had Cruzy on his back and picked up the 3. And then Cruzy with a high bridge and a roll through. Million now with an inside wrist. On the left side, he's going to scoop the head of Cruzy and throw Cruzy on his back. And he tried to step over, put the double spur in. But I think Coach Voss is, there's the fall right there at 113. I think Coach Voss saying get out to the side, took priority over stepping over and putting the double spur in there, Jamie. And that's just a nice job. I'm sure Ricky Million's breathing a sigh of relief, wrestling a lot of matches at 152 and then dropping down to 145. Yeah, we're going to see Luke. I think we saw Luke Hageman, yeah. So they're not going to move everybody up. So
this is going to be Nick Casey wrestling for West Delaware. He's a freshman, seeing his first varsity dual meet of the season.
And Hageman quickly out. Nice high crotch by Hageman. And ended up being a high crotch. He started with a high crotch and ended up being a fireman's carry as Casey came with a double underhook, which I don't really want to do. Now inside wrist rolled out to a bar around the head. That's going to be a fall by Hageman in 25 seconds, Jamie. So the freshman's first experience there at varsity, wrestling varsity at 152. Nick Casey finds it going just a little bit rough against a good sophomore, Luke Hageman. And again, it's another thing, giving those arms up. sometimes you take that for granted, Jamie. Your arms are so important. Keeping them to yourself, keeping them underneath, keeping your elbows in. And I tell you what, if somebody does try to scoop a wrist or scoop an elbow, put a bar in, you've got to cover that up. And that's huge.
As we move up to weight class 160, West Delaware leads 34-18. Matchup of freshmen here is it's going to be freshman for the Blazers, Owen Grover, and for the Hawks, Jordan Brees.
And I would venture to guess that these two probably wrestled in the past, maybe on the middle school level. And right now, Jordan Brees in on a nice high crotch. Again, Jamie missed the outside step with it and cut across to a double. That made it easy for Owen Grover to come with a crossface and set Brees on his side. And I'll tell you what, we saw now Grover trying to set up a crossface cradle from left to right. Brees pulling that crossface off, trying to find the edge of the mat as Brees for a restart. Now a chicken wing by Grover on the left side of Brees. I'll tell you what, that's just what we talked about, Jamie. You've got that wing in, and you've got to work to get that hand back down to the mat. Get that outside knee up, which would be his right knee. Get that outside knee up and get that right hand, or that left hand back underneath. That's going to be a fall right there. Owen Grover with the fall. And, it's one of those things. That chicken wing's coming. That hand you got to punch that hand down. And tell you what, a nice job by the freshman from Dyersville Beckman, Owen Grover, to keep that wing in tight. And now we're going to see Harrison Goebel take a forfeit at weight class 170. So that'll put it 40-24. Now we're going to weight class 182. Tyler Hirsch, the All-State linebacker, Jamie. The Des Moines Register made the Class 2A All-State football team as a linebacker. So Brett Roush will have his hands full. A very physical Tyler Hirsch. But I'm telling you what, we've seen some good things out of Brett Roush. And there's Tyler Hirsch being very, very physical right there with a snap down and a go behind. As Roush tried to come in with a high crotch with a low single shot, and again didn't miss that penetration step, and it made it easy for Tyler Hirsch to snap and spin on that, showing the strength and quickness with that. Now chicken wing on the left side is Hirsch, hard crossface. Now a power half Nelson by Hirsch, really working that forearm to the back of the neck of Brett Roush. Chicken wing on the left side, inside wrist now on the right by Tyler Hirsch. And a referee telling Brett Roush to get going. There's the chicken wing. Hirsch steps out to the left side, tries to run it. Nice job by the senior from West Delaware to get that arm back. I'll tell you what, you've really got to go here if you're Brett Roush. Keeping those hands to yourself, Jamie. We talked about in the pre-meet, Beckman was really good with those bars and the wings and the inside wrist stuff, and Coach Hogan was there. They've carried it up. They've taken that in with this new coach, Coach Hotek, and we're seeing a lot of that out of the Blazers tonight.
Absolutely, and they have, and that's what you want to do if you're Coach Hotek. Get a system going in your first season, and really get ready to go. And he's done that. And some of these matches, where we've not really kind of toss-up matches, but what we thought were some good matchups, they've been able to do that and really control the hands of the Hawks.
Well, that's exactly right. And we saw that Saturday, and there's a nice Granby roll. Nice Granby roll by Roush. He might have Hirsch on his back. He does. Roush has Tyler Hirsch on his back. He's trying to lift the head. Hirsch in a high bridge. Roush has Hirsch down. Referee with 14 seconds. There's a fall. Brett Roush brings the crowd to their feet with a Granby roll and catches Tyler Hirsch on his back. Wins by a fall in 147. That brought the black and orange to their feet here. Jamie Baskey, a lot of noise by this crowd. That's what you like to see. He said Brett Roush has some exciting moves in that singlet, and that was one right there.
Yeah, and it's hard to believe that just a little bit ago, that's how quickly this sport things can change. Is it looked like Hirsch was going to come out here and take control of this match, and was controlling hands of Brett Roush. And next thing you know, Brett Roush gets a reversal and picks up a fall, make the dual meet score 46-24 now.
I'll tell you what, that's going to be huge at the end of January at that seeding meeting right there, Jamie, because Tyler Hirsch is going to win a lot of matches, and as is Brett Roush as the senior, as this season continues. And again, it makes a difference when you're at 195 and dropping to 182, where your body is. That's where your body's actual weight. You look good in your singlet. You feel comfortable. You feel good. You're not wrestling those big brutes that come down from 220. Hey, there's a double by Brady Antone. Nice shot as he got in deep there, Jamie, on Luke Funky, the junior from Dyersville Beckman.
Spencer Schlarman.
We're
at 95.
Oh, we're 95. Sorry. Spencer Schlarman, the sophomore. That was just a very, very nice double leg. And what he did, he snapped that head down and got right in. And what I liked about that, Jamie, he didn't sit around with that double. He kept his feet running and did a nice job with it.
Well, it's good to see Brady Antones at his weight, finally. He's been wrestling with Max being in there. He was wrestling at 220 and splitting time with Sam Johnson, but now he's down to 195 where he's more comfortable. It's more his weight, and you could see it there with that takedown. He lifted Schlarman off the mat and picked up and was able to drop him for a 2-point takedown. One quick score update. Western Dubuque defeats Anamosa tonight 81-0 as they're wrestling down in Solon tonight.
Well, that's a take him to the woodshed and give him a whooping there, Jamie. And Western Dubuque is, very, very impressed with Coach Clear and his gang. He's got a nice, I see they slipped in at number 10, 11, somewhere in there in the rankings, and very, very worthy of that. They've got a nice dual meet team, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with come to the end of the season. Nice stand-up by Schlarman as he splits the hands. 24 seconds left to go. Brady Antone's back to work on his feet. Schlarman, very, very tall for weight class 195, so a good target for Brady Antone's to shoot at. Antone's doing a good job controlling those elbows and hands. 6 seconds left to go. There's Antone's in on a double. Schlarman off the edge of the mat. No points scored. And snap and spin. Max right now are not in the lineup. Corey Russell not in the lineup for the Hawks tonight. Still trying to get healthy. We may not see those two till after Christmas. I'm telling you what, exciting matches here tonight, as we just saw at weight class 182. All right, it's going to be Antone's choice. He's going to choose down. There's a stand-up attempt by Antone. He gets up. Schlarman pulls him on top of him. Nice hip heist by Antone. He's going to pick up 2 for the reversal. Had Schlarman going to his back, and Schlarman bailed out of it. Now belly down. Antone's up on top of the hard crossface from right to left, trying to set up a crossface cradle or a butcher. Schlarman now to his feet, or to his knees, working some hand control as Antones goes with a tight waist on the right, chop on the left. Stand up by Schlarman. Nice front trip by Antones. He's got a chicken wing on the left now. Dig that inside wrist. Now he's got an inside wrist on the right. Step out and run that. He's a little bit high with the wing. He's got to load it back up, go elbow to elbow. Now he tries to over the top. Steps over the top of Schlarman. He's got Schlarman on his back. Lets the wing go. Grabs the right elbow of Schlarman. Now with the butcher, got the barbed wire going right here. Might be a fall. Referee looking. There's the fall. Referee, not the most aggressive mat slapper that we've ever seen. Call a fall. I missed the time there, Jamie.
3:03. Or 3:01, sorry.
3:01, therefore, Brady Antones picks up a fall over sophomore Spencer Schlarman. And that makes our dual meet score 52-24, going to weight class 220. And Luke Funky, the junior from Dyersville Beckman, taking on Sam Johnson. Sam Johnson doing a super job on Saturday, picking up 2 wins for the Hawks at weight class 220. And I really like what Sam Johnson is doing right now, Jamie. Number one, he's over 200 pounds. There's a nice double. He's in deep on Funky, and he sits Funky on his left side. And, boy, I just really like that's a shot. That's a 220-pounder shooting a double on another 220-pounder, and you don't see that all the time. Short set turning by Funky. Johnson tries to throw a cross body right in, but he thinks otherwise. He kicks free. Funky's going to pick up a 1-point escape. That's 2-1 now in favor of the junior from West Delaware, Sam Johnson. Back to action. We go on our feet. Nice overhook by Johnson on the right side of Funky. Funky tries to come with an underhook on Johnson. Johnson pushes Funky back. Down overhook by Funky on the right side of Johnson. Johnson backs out of it. 55 seconds left to go. Period number 1, weight class 220. Hey, Jamie, this is our last match right here. Unbelievable. We said that was going to be a quickie, and it is. There's a nice roll by Johnson. He's got Funky on his back if he can hip heist, and he's driving. Funky now tries to come with a headlock on Johnson. Johnson tries to rethrow him, and it's going to be a scramble. Funky up on top, scores 2, keeps his feet in. Boy, Johnson had Funky going to his back and didn't quite hit him over. It's a 3-2 lead now for Luke Funky.
Yeah, nice job there by Funky. Fighting off, like you said, he was just about, on his back as Sam Johnson immediately just about threw him to his back, and he quickly reverse tried that headlock finish, but picked up a 2-point takedown of his own to take a 3-2 lead here. Again, the Hawks lead this dual meet 52-24 as first period is about to expire here, as our wrestling coverage tonight brought to you by the Edgewood Reminder, F&M Bank, Fairway, Farmers Savings Bank, Fireside Pub and Steakhouse, GMB Bank, Georgian Auto, Good Neighbor Society, Hartridge, and Jay's Auto in Manchester.
Well, it's going to be Luke Funky's choice to start this second period, and he's going to choose down. He will take a 3-2 lead into the second period. And there's a set. Johnson goes to a deep waist near ankle, tries to chop Funky. Funky stays on all fours now. Tripod stand up by Funky. Johnson's going to give him 1. It's now 4-2. There's a double by Johnson. He's in deep. And, boy, couldn't quite cut the corners. Funky came with a hard crossface and set Johnson back down on his hip. And now Funky covers him up for a 2-point takedown. It's now 6-2. Boy, another good shot there by Johnson. He got in deep. And it was just a very, very nice down block with a hard crossface by the junior from Dyersville Beckman, Luke Funky. Funky now trying to work a half Nelson on the left side of Sam Johnson. Johnson quickly covers up, raises that head, peels the half Nelson off. Funky with an inside wrist on the left, tries to scoop a chickling on the right. Johnson trying to build his base, get back to his feet. There's a tripod stand-up now by Johnson. Sam Johnson's got a really nice roll, but he's got to create some motion. There's a leg, a cross body ride by Funky, hip heist by Johnson. He's got 2. He's got Funky on his back. Johnson with Luke Funky on his back. Could be a fall. Referee looking. Johnson lifting the head of Funky. Johnson in great position. Referee looking close. Got the West Delaware bench up. Trying to call the fall. Referee jumping side. Funky posted up on his head. Johnson needs to lift the head of Luke Funky. Funky rolls through. That's going to be a 3-point move. And now Johnson cuts him loose. It's going to be a 5-point move. Funky now on top. Johnson trying to come in on a double. He's got Funky sitting on his side again. No points yet. He's got to work his right arm out. It's 7-5. Now he's got 2. Now he's going to take Funky to his back. Funky's going to try to elevate Johnson. He's got Johnson. He's got Funky on his back again. Could be the fall this time. And a towel boy swats our referee. It's going to be a 2-point near fall.
Should there be 2 more? Because it should have been a reversal.
It should be 9-7. It should be 9-7 with Johnson's choice. And I'll tell you what, we talked about some excitement here. It should be 9-7. It is 9-7, Jamie. You think it should be 11?
No, I think it should be 9.
I think it should be 9-7. I'll tell you what, those points were happening.
Because it was 7-2. He had a 2-point reverse, or 6-2. 2-point reversal. That's 4 plus 3. 1-point escape plus a 2-point takedown. Actually, it should be 11-7.
Should be 11.
Two more.
Should be 2 point near fall.
2 more near fall. Yep.
So we'll see if they get it on there. Again, that happened so fast that our referee signaled the points, and I'm not sure. I think they're going to leave it at 9, or they're going to put it at 11. They're going to leave it at 9. Oh, he didn't get the 2. No, they gave him the 2, Jamie. It's 11. You betcha. Yep. It's going to be Johnson's choice. Johnson's going to go down. I'm telling you what, you got to come up in a hurry. Luke Funky looks very, very tired out there, Jamie. Sam Johnson choosing down. You got to protect those arms. There's a deep waist far ankle by Funky. And Johnson doing a good job staying on all fours right now. Tight waist and a scoop. Funky tries to scoop the right arm of Sam Johnson. Talked about sitting on leads and building leads here, Jamie. You're up by 4. You don't have a lot of time. If you're Sam Johnson, you can't lay around here. You got to get back to your feet. 130 and counting. Get our dual meet scores 52-24. Match score here is a wild and crazy 11-7. Funky trying to he's got a cross body right in on Johnson. He's very high. Johnson sits to his left hip. Funky's going to try to roll him through. A hip heist now by Johnson. Johnson's going to pick up the 2-point reversal. He's got Funky on his back again. This could do it. Teed out. Johnson is trying to tee out. There's the ball. There's the ball at 4:57. Sam Johnson will go 3-0 in his varsity, in his short varsity career here, Jamie. But that's the spark right there. Luke Funky not happy at all. But he put the cross body right in and got real high, and that made it easy for Johnson to get his hips up. And Funky had nowhere to go but down. Nice hip heist by Sam Johnson. And then he got the reverse half in, teed himself out, got the fall, and that's how you do it. Perfect job, Jamie.
Final score 58-24 in favor of the Hawks, and what an exciting match that was. As 7:30 is our time here, is just a 42-minute dual meet here for 43-minute dual meet here between the Hawks and the Blazers here tonight. As what an outstanding finish that was, as you got Sam Johnson picking up the fall over Luke Funky. Final dual meet score 58-24 in favor of West Delaware. We will take a break. We'll add up some totals, talk to West Delaware head coach Jeff Voss, and get you on your way here on this Thursday night. Once again, the Hawks winning tonight 58-24. We'll be back after this. You're listening to High School Wrestling on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, and Aurora, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
Viafield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Viafield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
If you need residential and commercial plumbing, heating, and electrical work, call Meyer Mechanical in Dyersville. Meyer Mechanical is proud to support all area athletes, coaches, and fans and wish them continued success. Put their team to work for you.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
Do you suffer from chronic or acute pain? Long-Term Medical Supply now offers pain relief for you with their non-prescription TENS device. Shop their convenient location in downtown Manchester and find pain relief in as little as 15 minutes with a TENS device from Long-Term Medical Supply.
Whatever your favorite sport, we know you will join Parrott Insurance and Grinnell Mutual in supporting all of our local athletes. Parrott Insurance is proud to be part of this community and looks forward to catching all of the sports action this year. If you want a strong insurance team working for you, call Parrott Insurance today for a quote from Grinnell Mutual and experience our policy of working together.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Rife Funeral Home wishes all area athletes and coaches the best of luck for a successful season. Rife Funeral Home with locations in Cascade, Dyersville, Epworth, and Farley. Good luck from Rife Funeral Home.
Head to Fireside Pub and Steakhouse before or after the game or anytime, featuring steaks, seafood, pasta, sandwiches, and even fresh-made pizza. They say it's the best around. Visit them on the web at firesidemanchester.com for a full menu and special offers.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Dyersville offers high-quality eye and whole-body nutritional supplements that will help maintain a lifetime of healthy vision. Visit the Woodland Eye Clinic at their website at woodlandeyeclinic.com or find them on Facebook.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team, the Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
When you are buying or selling in today's real estate market, it's important to have confidence in your real estate professionals. Trading Places in Dyersville is your local real estate team. Trading Places Realty Incorporated, put your trust in the team that will move you.
Hi, this is Chris Henry, Service Manager of Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader. Our goal is to make your car buying experience the best possible, and our factory certified technicians are dedicated to you and your vehicles. Stop in and see us at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, or visit us online at forbrowns.com. Your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
George Davis and Jenk Law Office in Dyersville, proud to support all area athletes, coaches, and fans, and wish them the best of luck for a successful season. Go teams from George Davis and Jenk Law Office in Dyersville.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
Are you looking for great food in a unique atmosphere? Then make Okoboji Grill your next lunch or dinner destination. That's Okoboji Grill, 1749 Golf Course Boulevard in Independence. Okoboji Grill, where good friends meet.
Back into the Seedorf Gymnasium. The Hawks defeat the Blazers tonight, 58-24. As the Hawks victorious tonight as they picked up 10 wins, 5 falls in the dual meet. As an outstanding finish here for the Hawks here to start this week, as we've got a lot coming up here for the Hawks in the next week still to come, as West Delaware head coach Jeff Voss joins us now. And Coach Voss, I tell you what, we talked last week, want to come up here and do this interview right after a win, and you were able to do that here tonight as your kids came out. It was a short dual meet, 43 minutes, started a little later with the small amount of JV, but 10 wins, 5 falls, and had doubled the amount of takedowns that Beckman had in that dual meet, 12-6. Just a good effort by your kids here to start this week off.
Yeah, Beckman's got they got 6 or 7 pretty solid kids in their lineup, and I thought the pace that our kids started the match with made the biggest difference in all the matches. You look at Brett Roush and Sam Johnson, for example. Those are 2 pretty good kids that they have on their team, but I think the pace that we started the first period with allowed them to to wrestle, to get in some positions to get some falls in the third period. And that's what we've been focusing on all week is just, continually getting better. And I got to give Coach Payton a lot of credit. He's really been hammering these guys on their feet and focusing solely on that area. And it showed tonight.
Well, you've had some good efforts by the kids all year so far, but Mitchell Mangold, the freshman, he went 5-0 on Saturday in the Cedar Rapids Extravaganza. Comes out here again with 4 takedowns, a 19-2 tech fall, and in that third period, we noticed that he kind of wanted to let him up and take him down, but you wanted him to work on top, and he was able to do that and get those near fall points at the end and pick up just that extra 1 point, because you never know how often a major decision to a tech fall, that 1 point could decide a dual meet.
Well, I tell you, on paper, Jamie, it could have been an 8-6, 7-7 split, but we won some big matches after that, and Mitchell was in a situation there at the end where a takedown gets a tech fall, but we wanted to try to get a pin, but we're telling him to cut him, and then he's in a pinning combination. How do you let go of it? But between him and Owen Ward, they scored a lot of points in their matches, and when you're scoring 10, 15 points, your chances of winning are pretty good.
And that, you talk about Owen Ward, you could see kind of some frustration from not being able to wrestle last Saturday come out, and 3 takedowns and also a 16-1 tech fall. So good to see him back on the mat tonight.
Yeah, and he's probably at a weight class that he's more competitive at. He's been at 145 pounds, and the descent plans are starting to allow people to get to weights that they can be competitive at, and so we still got some work to do with our lineup, but the effort was there tonight, and which I think it has been, but they're starting to get a little bit of an edge. I thanked the guys in practice the other night because we had 28 guys there Monday and Wednesday morning. The focus has been, you can just see things starting to shift a little bit just with the attitude, and so we're going to face some tougher teams this weekend, but you got to take hats off to the kids for tonight. They were out there, they were aggressive, and as long as we keep doing that, and our shape progresses, we can be more aggressive and keep after guys, in the third period, make some things happen.
Well, this dual meet was kind of with the forfeits in there, kind of getting into a lull. Then we get into the heavier weights, and Brett Roush with that big reversal and pin. But I tell you what, you can't beat the atmosphere of a last match, just like we just had with Sam Johnson and Luke Funky going back and forth. And, Sam Johnson has wrestled well for you in this last week. He went 2-0 Saturday in Cedar Rapids and picked up a big fall in an exciting match that gets the crowd into it to end a match. He's really done some good things these last week.
Yeah, and Sam kind of started a little bit later than the other kids because he had the football guys because he had something going on the week that they came back. And I tell you, when he gets in shape and his effort is good, he's out there taking shots. He wasn't out last year and was out the year before as a sophomore at 160 pounds, and he's wrestling like a lightweight. He's out there taking shots, and a lot of big guys aren't used to that. And I tell you what, he gets in better shape and just starts feeling things a little bit more, especially on top. I think he's going to be a good upper weight kid for us.
Well, talk tomorrow morning. You guys are going to be at the Battle of Waterloo, the 6th annual Battle of Waterloo. As you guys have been in it every year, always a tough tournament right before the Christmas break. You guys are going to take on Crestwood at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then you're going to face the winner or the loser of Don Bosco and Iowa City. City High, a team you wrestled last Saturday. Also in your bracket, Charles City, Linmar. Linmar, another team you were in your pool last Saturday, and then Prairie, the number 1 seed, Nashua Plainsfield. So 3 duels tomorrow, 3 duels on Saturday, and just a tough grind to finish out this first half of the season.
It is, and I think with the attitude our kids are having, that's the key to these long dual meet tournaments. If you just keep your head up, forget about the last match, focus on the one you have. If you do that, you can get through the tournament. If you might have 5 or 6 solid, ranked kids in these dual meet tournaments. You just don't know, and it can be a grind, but at the same time, we need that to keep progressing. And Friday's usually the toughest day. Saturday, you're up against teams that have finished the same as you in tournaments, which again makes it a tough day because you're wrestling teams that kind of have they're in the same situation you are. So, we just got to keep putting our lineup together, and it's still not solidified yet. So we still got a couple injuries that we're trying to get guys back and get through here. The Battle of Waterloo, and then next week Decorah and Benton, and these guys are going to get a good week off that they need after 15, 16 duels in a week and a half, 2 weeks. So. But we just got to keep pushing forward, and I just keep talking about the process of getting better, and things don't turn around overnight. And if the guys just have faith in the process that we're putting them through, they're going to keep getting better, and by the end of the year they're going to be wrestling their best, and that's what we want.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, great night tonight. We got to see the future of West Delaware wrestling in that middle school recognition night. You guys get a 58-24 victory over Beckman. Again, thanks for joining us, and best of luck this weekend at the Battle of Waterloo.
Thank you. It was great seeing the middle school kids here. We're very fortunate to have Doug Engel and Kevin Harbaugh down at the middle school working with those kids, and as a coach, you just know they're doing the right things down there. And as a dad, of a middle school kid, I wouldn't want my kids coached by anybody else down there. Those two guys do a great job of not only getting kids out, but making them better and realizing what it takes to get better. And it's great when those kids come in as freshmen that have wrestled under those two guys, because we know they're going to be fundamentally sound and they're going to have a work ethic to get better.
All right. Well, West Delaware head coach Jeff Voss joining us here on the post meet. We'll be back with more right after this. You're listening to West Delaware Wrestling from KMCH Sports.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
Milbert Financial are your experts for taxes, financial planning, and tax accounting in Dyersville. Milbert Financial is proud to be a part of the Dyersville community, area athletes, coaches, and fans. Best of luck from everyone at Milbert Financial in Dyersville.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbors Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbors Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
Everyone at Wapsie Valley Creamery and Reload Center wish all the area athletes and coaching staff the best on a successful season. Wapsie Valley Creamery Independence and Wapsie Valley Reload Center in Worthington, partners in excellence.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
For your fertilizer, chemical, and agronomy needs, call Gary Menson at CPS in Dyersville and Worthington. Good luck to area athletes, coaches, and fans for a successful season from everyone on Team Dyersville and Team Worthington at Crop Production Services in Dyersville and Worthington.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
Riker Shoes is your specialty shoe store in Dyersville. They carry women's shoes to size 13, men's shoes to size 18. Riker Shoes open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 9 to 6, Wednesdays, 9:30 until 4, Saturdays, 9 till 4, or by appointment. Good luck from Riker Shoes in Dyersville.
Welcome back into the Seedorf Gymnasium one more time here tonight as the Hawks defeat the Beckman Blazers 58-24. As we started this dual meet at heavyweight, Caleb Zeeser got the Hawks on the board as he pinned Wade Ray from Beckman in 1 minute 46 seconds. At 1:06, Grant Hager for the Blazers picked up a forfeit. That tied it at 6. At 1:13, Jeff Ilgen for the Hawks with a forfeit. At 1:20 was Brad Roush with a forfeit for the Hawks. That made it 18-6. Beckman closed the gap to 6 points as Jake Raker, the sophomore for the Blazers, with a fall in 1 minute 51 seconds over Jordan Roush. At 1:32, it was Mitchell Mangold, 4 takedowns and a 19-2 technical fall over Mason Burlage of Beckman. At 1:38, Owen Ward followed with a technical fall of his own, 16-1 over Andy Carton. At 1:45, it was Ricky Million, the Hawks senior, with a fall in 1 minute 13 seconds over Cale Cruzy. At 1:52, Luke Hageman for the Blazers with a 25-second fall over Nick Casey from West Delaware. At 1:60, it was Owen Grover for Beckman with a fall in 1 minute 13 seconds over Jordan Brees for the Hawks. At 1:70, Harrison Goebel picked up a West Delaware forfeit. That made it 40-24. The Hawks did not lose a match after that, as 1:82, Brett Roush with a 1 minute 47-second fall over Tyler Hirsch. At 1:95, Brady Antones picks up a Hawks fall in 3 minutes and 1 second over Spencer Schlarman. At 2:20, it was Sam Johnson of West Delaware with a fall in 4 minutes and 57 seconds over Luke Funky of Beckman, making the final team score 58-24. The Hawks with 2 tech falls on the night, 12 takedowns to Beckman's 6. West Delaware had 5 falls. The Blazers had 3. And the Hawks win 10 matches, and Beckman wins 4 in a dual meet that lasted 43 minutes. Roger, A great night here tonight for the West Delaware Hawks, for the Beckman Blazers. And, we talked about it a little bit. You're going to start to see with Coach Hotek in there, you're going to start seeing some of that improvement. You just got to get the interest in there. You got to eliminate these open weights if you're Coach Hotek and the Beckman Blazers.
Well, yeah, that's that's the whole deal at Beckman is trying to fill the lineup first of all, and they've got quality athletes over there. You just got to get them out. You got to get them convinced that wrestling is a great sport. It's a great sport to develop your hips, your feet, your coordination, your skill, your strength, your stamina, and you got to convince kids that it's a sport. If you aren't playing basketball, it's a sport that you need to be out for. And I don't think it'll take them too long to turn that corner over there. And what I liked, Coach Voss said, look, coming into this meet, and we said it too in our pre-meet, is this is going to be could be a close match, and that's what Coach Voss said. It could have went 7-7, 8-6, but West Delaware came out on fire, and they revved their engines a little bit, getting ready for this weekend. And Beckman has some work to do. They got to go back to the drawing board, so to speak, and work on some fundamental stuff, and stay in good position, especially up on top. They're getting a little bit high riding. Stay back on the hips, but you know what? They're doing a great job with bars and wings, and when you can wing somebody up and record a fall there, that's huge.
Absolutely. Well, the Hawks get ready for the Battle of Waterloo tomorrow and Saturday. You've got Christmas this weekend, but still one of our favorite tournaments of the year is just great competition over at the Battle of Waterloo.
Well, that's right, and you're going to see the best teams in the state of Iowa. Not all the best teams, but you're going to see 32 of the best teams, all classes, in the state of Iowa under one roof, and they are going to be battling. And Jamie, we've seen some unbelievable physical, all-out wars in Young Arena, and that's a great place for a war. It's a great atmosphere for wrestling. It's a great atmosphere to watch wrestling. There's not a bad seat in the house, and there's going to be some tremendous matches, some tremendous dual meets before the weekend's over. And whoever the four full champions are going to be, that round robin and that championship round is going to be an all-out war. So it'll be fun to see who comes out on top in that. And again, as Coach Voss said here, their lineup is not solidified. They still will not be at full strength over there. But looking forward to the challenge, looking forward to making yourself better, looking forward to putting some guys in the lineup that get some valuable experience, because that experience is going to pay dividends down the line.
Well, it certainly is. Well, buddy boy, I will see you after the Christmas break. We will not be on next Tuesday, as it is the Festival of Christmas Concerts on KMCH, so we won't have that duel for you. So I'll see you after Christmas and after the new year. I know I've got a dual meet break in there sometime as well, as I'll be off that first weekend that we're back to action. So we'll see you sometime after the first of the year anyway.
Yeah, we'll get back together. You've got some sun to get in. You've got some feet to dip in some warm water, and you're going to soak up some rays with your sweetheart. That's a good thing. You guys will have a great time, and I'm sure there'll be a big blizzard while you're gone. And but we'll carry on, and we'll make sure we keep all the hold-by-hold action up for our listeners, and we'll have people here that will help us out as you will on the weekend at the Battle of Waterloo. So I've got fam coming in this weekend, and you've got a big appointment after the new year. So that's what happens when we get old. We got stuff that steps in and takes a little bit of our time as priorities, and you got to tackle those things when they come, and you got to take advantage of those times with family and friends and all that, and that's what Christmas is all about. That's what honeymoons are all about. So I'll enjoy my weekend. You'll enjoy your weekend, and we'll touch base probably that second week in January at some point.
Absolutely. Some other scores to pass along that we have so far tonight. Indy defeated Benton Community 49-30. Western Dubuque over Anamosa 81-0. Maquoketa Valley defeated Edco 60-9. Take a look at our schedule coming up here the rest of the week. A big one here tomorrow night inside the Seedorf Gymnasium as West Delaware boys basketball hosting Mount Vernon. They didn't start the wrestling again. I can assure you that. getting ready for that basketball game tomorrow. West Delaware hosting Mount Vernon with Bill Logan and Corey Coates starting at around 7:30 tomorrow night. And then, of course, tomorrow throughout the day, I will be calling in live updates from the Battle of Waterloo. As first off, the Hawks of West Delaware taking on Crestwood in Bracket B. And, of course, in Bracket A, tomorrow morning at 9, Western Dubuque is taking on Mason City. The 3-seed Bobcats taking on Mason City in their first round. And then in the afternoon, we'll have live updates from Bracket C as Independence hosting or taking on ADM at 4 o'clock at the Battle of Waterloo. Of course, we want to thank all 12 of our extra Beckman sponsors tonight and our regular 43 boosters here for our coverage here tonight. And we'll have some extra sponsors for tomorrow and Saturday throughout the Battle of Waterloo. So just keep your radio tuned to Mix 94.7 KMCH. Saturday, John Swisher will have the Coach's Corner with Jeff Voss at about 9 a.m. And then we will probably have some Battle of Waterloo live coverage on KMCH.com at about 9 o'clock as well. Well, that's going to do it for us. Want to thank all the sponsors of high school wrestling here on KMCH. Want to thank Paul Glazer for running the board for us this evening. And most of all, thank you, the listeners. For Roger Reed, I'm Jamie Vasky, saying good night from the Seedorf Gymnasium here in Manchester, Iowa. Once again, the final, the West Delaware Hawks 58, the Beckman Blazers 24. You've been listening to high school wrestling on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH. Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to West Delaware Wrestling on KMCH, Eastern Iowa's high school sports play-by-play leader. Plus Wrestling is brought to you by the KMCH Sports Boosters. Your announcers were Associate Director of Sports Jamie Vasky and Roger Reed. Sports Director is John Swisher. Station Owner Jim Koloff. Station Sales Manager Sarah Meyer. Operations and Program Director Mike Johnson. Sports Sales Staff are Rhonda Menson and Emily Payton. In-studio producer and news director is Janelle Tucker. Production director, Rob Edwards. For more information on high school sports coverage, visit our website at kmch.com or email John at sports@kmch.com. This has been a local sports presentation of Delaware County Broadcasting Incorporated. Mix 94.7, KMCH Radio, Manchester, Iowa.
The KCRG TV9 First Alert forecast for the rest of the night, a mostly clear sky continues. We're back in the upper teens for lows. For tomorrow, partly cloudy skies. It's going to be cooler than what it has been with highs in the upper 20s to around 30. Also dealing with a blustery west wind. Saturday, partly cloudy skies, lower 30s for highs. On Sunday, clouds are going to be on the increase. There may be an evening shower as well. Mild with highs in the mid-40s, falling temperatures into the 30s on Monday. I'm TV9 First Alert Storm Team meteorologist Justin Gertz on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Have you been considering buying or selling